All right, so today we're going to be breaking down Alex Hormozi's $100 million per month fund. Alex Hormozi is basically an internet public figure. He has millions and millions of subscribers all over his platforms. And I'm going to be going over this huge Miro board, just breaking down his funnel. This is probably one of the most complicated funnels I've broken down in my entire YouTube channel. This took me hours and hours to collect this Miro board together, put all my thoughts on the board. And so I'm saucing you guys up right now, bro. This is hours and hours of work. So if you're a coach, consultant, or an agency owner with an established following, pull out a pen and paper and note this down, because this is just a ton of pure value. But anyways, let's just get straight into the actual funnel breakdown. So Alex has a kind of give until you get mentality. So he will keep giving you value until he finally gets even a small percentage of you to convert. That is his mentality, and that's how he's structuring his content. You can see that through the style of videos he's doing. So he has about 1.3 million followers, and my next book, he's introducing his next book, and then register for free. A lot of people don't actually tell you that it's free or anything. So people just automatically assume that an event or something like that is paid. That's why you should always, if you're actually advertising a free thing, for sure advertise that it is free. Say free. For the videos, we're looking at an absolute metric ton of clips from his long form videos, from his podcasts. He also replies to these other reels, for example, right here. And then the last type of content, which are these money models advertisements. These advertisements get insane views on the Instagram, which I'm going to get into in a second, but here they're not really very appreciated. So they're not getting crazy traction. From here, Alex's main goal is to get brand new traffic. We're trying to get new people into the funnel. That's the main use for TikTok. The reasoning is because TikTok is really bad at reaching your current audience. It will literally never reach any of your followers except for if a video goes really, really well or viral. And so it's really bad for nurturing. But when a video goes viral, it will be pushed out to so many cold audiences that it's so worth it to keep posting on here, because you will get insane views if a video explodes. From the TikTok, he's also funneling people straight into the actual money models book. So he's literally doing this for every single social media. We've got every single social media just going straight into this money models book. But we'll get into that book in a second. We're first going to break down the Instagram and TikTok. If you guys aren't interested in that and you just want to see exactly what he does in the back end, go ahead and skip to this timestamp that I'm going to put up on the screen right here, and then you'll be able to go there. But if you want some free thoughts on Instagram and YouTube and how to run it, this is literally a exact playbook that you can copy. So listen up. My next book, $100 million Money Models, is here. Register for free. And then he also includes the exact date, just in case people think, oh, I might have missed it or something like that. After you do, you'll get big free stuff. The reason that he's doing this is because it's super easy to understand. It also sometimes gets a chuckle out of people, which is again really good, because if you make somebody laugh, that's going to release endorphins and dopamine. After you release dopamine, then that dopamine is going to result in them associating you with that dopamine. And if you are associated with that dopamine, people like to spend more time with you because they get more dopamine by spending more time with you. Well, that was a word salad, but getting to the link, we have register.acq.com. Again, same exact link. So for the story highlights, we're looking at YouTube, tweets, podcast. It's pretty self-explanatory. All these three, they're promoting the YouTube, they're promoting the Twitter with the tweets, and also the podcast called The Game. He's also promoting his $100 million leads book and his $100 million offers book. Now, after he's promoted all of these things, he's still got some kind of humanizing story highlights as well. So we got Get Puffy and we got Never Skip the Dessert. Now, Get Puffy is kind of like a meme he invented when he was with Chris Williamson. And so basically that's eliciting another chuckle out of you. Again, as I said before, dopamine and all that jazz, that makes the audience like you more if you can get them to laugh. That's why usually comedians do really well if they try to sell something. The pinned videos are again clips, but they're different clips this time because you want to keep different clips for each social media. You usually want to take the best performing reel in each of these three categories, which is getting people to know you, getting people to like you, and getting people to trust you. So out of all of your reels, if you want to run a remotely successful info business, you need to have all three of these pieces of content dialed in. A piece of content that gets people to know us. That'll usually be some kind of lifestyle video. For example, right here in the Hormozi's, this is his video getting people to know him, getting people to like him right here, because he's actually helping a guy called Ivante. And Ivante was basically a guy who was really stressed. He had a kid and he was coming to Alex for advice. It gets people to like Alex because he's actually helping Ivante. So he literally dedicated a whole video to this guy, which is really noble on his part. That makes people like you way more. And then lastly, a video to get them to trust you. This is a little bit of a whiteboard video. Whiteboard videos do really well. So you're teaching, he was basically teaching something on the whiteboard, and he basically clipped that out of his main videos. The rest of the content will follow the same exact type of framework, but what he's trying to do recently is he's trying to post those ads for money models. And when I said that these videos went viral, I was not kidding. This video got 2 million views, this video got 1.3 million views, and then again, same exact stuff. It's literally just memes to promote the money models book. He's again trying to elicit a chuckle, which makes you like him more. And you know how I was referencing nurturing before, which by the way, if you guys don't know what nurturing means, nurturing basically means getting people to see your face as much as physically possible, so that they know you better and they feel like they are more familiar with you. So this is where you're going to nurture people on the YouTube. And that's exactly what Alex is doing. After you get into the YouTube, you'll see he has 3.5 million subscribers. This is his, in my opinion, largest social media. Obviously, it has the highest amount of subscribers, but subscribers on YouTube are worth maybe 10, 15 times more than just followers on Instagram, because you're not going to convert people into high ticket coaching programs or anything through Instagram very easily, unless you have a very, very big sample size audience. But through YouTube, you could be making bank tens of thousands of dollars every single month just off of like 1,500 subscribers or something in between. Alex is doing a pretty simple mix of bottom of funnel, top of funnel, and middle of funnel. We have a few top of funnel videos, for example, right here. These are very general money-based videos, like teaching people how to use money. Middle of funnel videos are going to look something like this one and this one. And every single video, Alex is giving away value. It comes back to the same thing that I was talking to you guys before at the start of the video. The give until you get mentality. He will literally not ask you for anything. He will just keep on giving value, to the point where everybody is going to come to him. Even people who at this point can't afford or aren't at the $1 million per month mark or $100,000 per month mark, to the point where Alex can't work with them. Once they scale, they will eventually only come back to Alex. The reason is because he gave them so much value at the start, and those fond memories get them to come back, especially through these case studies, which are again the bottom of funnel videos that I did not mention. Bottom of funnel videos are geared towards conversions. These are case studies that are disguised as middle of funnel videos, except they're not really disguised. They're actually still giving value. Every single video, he's still giving value, but he's still also converting you in these bottom of funnel videos. He changes up the thumbnail style every once in a while just to keep it a bit fresh, but that's about it. And then he's also got two huge writing platforms, which are his LinkedIn and his X. We're going to break down the LinkedIn real quick. Day job, I invest in scale companies at acquisition.com. He's explaining what he does. And then also my next book, $100 Million Money Models, is here. Register free for the live book launch. Again, exact same bio as the Instagram, except added on the day job part. In the about page, deciding to skip business school to start a gym, 2013 changed my life forever. Here's what happened next. Intriguing you. Again, this is the same thing that Justin Welch does. If you haven't watched my video on Justin Welch, you can check it out up here. And I broke down his $10 million per month funnel as well. And all he uses is LinkedIn and X. So it's pretty insane how he's actually making that much money. Posts are kind of the same as the X, except they usually have photos in them. And he's still also promoting the money models launch every single 1 or 2 days. It's, as you can see, 1 day ago, and then again, the book launch ad. So it's pretty consistent with the ads, and he's making sure that literally everybody knows about the book launch. And on the X, he's doing the basic exact same thing, except he's just using less photos. As you can see, 1 in 3 videos or 1 in 3 tweets will have a photo, as you can see, and then he will also do these quotes. You would have more of what you want if you worked harder on it, but working harder does not always mean spend more time on it. They're usually very controversial, and that's why Alex gets a lot of flack for them, but still, obviously, the more controversial something is, the more raving fans that you have for it. The pinned tweet was recently replaced with the $100 million Money Models book launch, so I'm releasing it live in a virtual book launch. 4 weeks on Saturday, August 16th. You can register for free now, and then again, it's going to be the link in bio. He's going to tell you to go to the link in bio and register for that. And you may be wondering, why isn't he using a normal link? Why has he added these brackets in between? Well, the reasoning is because basically Twitter is smart enough to the point where it knows when there is a link in the tweet. So if there's a link in the tweet, it will automatically reduce the amount of people that see your tweet. It will reduce the number of views on the tweet because they don't want you to funnel people off of the platform. If they were to promote this tweet, they would literally be throwing money away. They would be throwing AdSense away, and they would be throwing engagement away, which they do not want because they're fighting tooth and nail against YouTube, Instagram, and all these other social platforms to keep you on their app. And now this is where the back-end funnel starts, and this is the juicy part. This is an absolute insane amount of sauce that I've put together in this video for you guys on the back end. It's absolutely insane, and I'm going over literally where people are coming from, exactly what they're doing to get to this point where they're about to buy the book. Before I actually get into the book funnel, which has an absolute metric ton of sauce for you guys to implement into your own business, I'm going to go ahead and first break down how he's actually giving you value on the actual website to the point where his brand is reinforced enough for you to actually buy his book. So this is going to usually be done through these courses. He has 3 courses on acquisition.com, at least readily available courses. In these courses, he gives you as much value as physically possible through all of these stages. You go through all of them, and they're about like an hour or 30 minutes long, which is an absolute metric ton of value. As you can see here, you're going to see the entire leads book on just this course right here. So literally, it is available for everybody to grab for completely free by watching this course right here. And also in this course, he's going to give you the exact stuff that is in the actual offers book, which I can attest to since I have both of these books on hand right now. After you are funneled into the courses, what he's going to do is that he's going to funnel you into this book page. The book page has the 3 books with the 3rd edition, the $100 million money models. You'll see $100 million offers, you'll see $100 million leads, and then finally $100 million money models. You'll see purchase on our store, and then register and pre-order. He's trying to funnel you again into the registration and pre-order of the $100 million money model books. Before he does that though, you got to know exactly who he is. So Alex Hormozi is an American entrepreneur and investor. He's going to spam social proof here so that you know exactly what achievements he's gone through, to the point where you are like, okay, if this guy has written these books over such a long time, they probably have to have enough value to be worth $20. He's also going to list his podcast appearances, which are just going to be the biggest podcast that he's been on. And he's going to be grabbing the entire personal brand and all the trust that the audiences of all of these podcasts have, and capitalizing off of their personal brands to make people trust him way, way more. Obviously, he's trying to funnel you into the Money Models book. So let's play his game, and let's say he funnels you into the Money Models book and asks you to register and pre-order the $100 million Money Models book, which is where we get into the actual main sauce of this video. And this funnel is literally absolutely insane. It's probably the biggest and the best funnel I've reviewed in this entire history of this channel. This book is so good, it should be illegal. 4 surprise bonus gifts. It's literally just hooking you right away. 4 surprise bonus gifts, and then claim your free pass. CTA after CTA. He made sure, even in this short ass page, he added a CTA at the end. So if you're spamming social proof across your page, that a lot of you guys do, which definitely in and of itself is not a bad thing, make sure to sprinkle in social proof and CTAs in between. Samuel Millsap really did well with this on his landing page. So if you want to check that video out, you can check it out right up here. $100 million series has over 32,000 5-star reviews. My bad, the image did not load, but right here would be a picture of the actual $100 million series. And this video is absolutely amazing. So he's going to go ahead and hook you with 4 surprise gifts. And he's basically going to go into detail about the 4 bonus gifts. He's going to say that he's going to give away something free to the people who pre-order that is less than a Bitcoin, but more than an NFT, which by the way stands for a non-fungible token. You'll click on the CTA and you'll be funneled into this registration page. He even added a progress bar, which is honestly insane. Even for a single page, he added a progress bar just to make sure that you actually buy his product and don't like skimp out because you're like, okay, I'm almost there, so might as well fill this out. He's gonna ask for your first name, last name, your best email, and then your phone number, and then finally, do you own a business? Depending on if you own a business, he's going to funnel you into different funnels. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and break down only the funnel that is going to be going over business owners. This page is probably where the most sauce in this whole funnel is. I would not be able to do this VSL justice. So I'm just going to go ahead and play it for you guys, and I'm going to break it down piece by piece. So let's go over there. All right, so we're on the page right now. Let's just get into the VSL. It's an absolutely sauced out VSL. And if you guys are ever making any kind of VSL, Please, for God's sake, save this video. If you want, you can definitely write some notes on this VSL, but this is probably the greatest VSL I've ever broken down on this channel.
Congrats, you were successfully registered for the book launch. Make sure you mark your calendar, write a sticky note, or send yourself an email reminder to be there live.
A lot of people miss out on this part, but what Alex is doing here is that he is reminding you to actually click on the email reminders and actually check your email, SMS, and all of that jazz for those reminders to make sure that you actually confirm and make sure that you actually show up, which a lot of coaches and consultants don't do, which is exactly what is tanking your show up rates. If you can do this right with a warm audience, you could be getting up to 80% show up rates, which I know a lot of people think is impossible, but it is truly possible if you just structure your reminders right and you tell them to actually check them.
I'm also going to be giving away something crazy to every single person who shows up live, which I'll tell you about in just a second, but only to people who show up. So make sure you're there. Now, on top of that,
right away, within the first 15 seconds, he's given you a reason to keep watching the video, which is that he will tell you about this thing you're so curious about. He'll tell you about this like free prize that he's going to be giving away to all of these people. So you are curious about that. So you might be like, okay, even if I'm bored in the VSL, I want to watch through just to know that.
I want to give you 4 amazing bonuses if you simply pre-order a book by hitting the button below this video. And when you do, you'll get instantly upgraded to...
You see that quick overlay that he did for you to actually click the button. The reason that Alex did this is because humans respond better when you stimulate more of their actual senses. It's also why we learn better when we are stimulated by more senses. For example, if you were just reading a book, you would not learn it as fast as if you were to listen to the audiobook of that book and also read it at the same time. By showing that visual, he makes it very, very clear on exactly what you have to do. And so your mind does not even have to think before clicking on that CTA.
VIP, which means, number 1, you'll get automatic entry into a raffle we'll be holding live at the launch to randomly select 10 VIPs to fly out to spend a day with me here in my headquarters in Vegas. Number 2, you'll get a priority guaranteed hardback, which means you'll get your copy before anyone else does, so you'll be able to use the tactics first. Your order will be marked as priority, even ahead of the people who buy live at the launch. And so you'll kind of cut the line and avoid the delay. On top of that, you'll guarantee your copy. I think we have a 50-50 shot at selling out. So think of this like book insurance.
The reason that he's doing these for bonuses is because if he can get you to pre-order, that means he has secured your credit card. You who is watching this video might actually have some experience with closing. And if you do, you probably know that if you have not gotten a card on file, or if you have not closed a client and gotten them to give you the payment or at least sign a contract, you still have not closed them. So Alex has basically implemented that into the digital world to make sure that he actually takes your money and you don't forget and you don't convince yourself later to not buy. Or even if you weren't even thinking of buying the book, he will convince you to buy through all of these bonuses.
You'll know you'll get a first edition hardback no matter what. Number 3, the moment you upgrade, you'll get a private VIP live stream backstage pass separated from the general internet with chat enabled to submit questions live to me and my 5 mystery headliners, plus a high-resolution recording of the event in case you have to step out to get a drink of water or something like that. Number 4, and this one's a doozy, the $100 million launch workshop. So I'll be sharing my process to launch anything for yourself. And so whether that's services, it's new products, or it's just a division, it doesn't really matter. And I include, for us, all the sensitive data, the behind the scenes of how this all works from this actual launch. And so this is an additional live VIP exclusive virtual event. And of course, I'll also give you the high resolution recording as well. So if you figure you're going to get a copy of the book either way, you might as well get it first, get it guaranteed, enter the raffle to fly out here, get VIP live stream backstage pass, submit questions directly at no extra charge to me and my 5 mystery headliners, plus get a ticket to the $100 million live virtual launch event, where I'll explain how to launch anything. So if that sounds interesting, go ahead and grab a pre-order now by hitting the button below this video. And if you needed another reason to upgrade beyond the feel good of helping my warehouse guys out, which they would really appreciate, I forgot to mention, after you upgrade, you'll see 2 new offers I've never made public before. And the reason that he's making these offers so anonymous, he's not giving you the exact offer. He's not telling you what exactly it is. The basic reason is because most human beings are very, very like susceptible to curiosity. That might sound a bit weird, but listen, I'm dropping some game here. Trust me. Curiosity is one of the single biggest drivers to getting somebody to actually buy. Although it's not as big as maybe scarcity, maybe it's not as big as a few other drivers like price or something, or maybe even speed. That's why Alex did not include it in his $100 million
offer framework. The curiosity is extremely effective because if you can make a human being curious, they will keep thinking about you. They will be wondering, what is that? They will keep you in their mind. And if you are kept in their mind, they're going to be more likely to buy because they're thinking about you literally all of the time. And eventually the desire and that curiosity is going to overcome them. And depending on the price, that might be sooner, that might be later. Usually for Alex, since he's added this little bit of curiosity, obviously it's not going to be too crazy, but it's going to have an effect.
Them is that each book I wrote, I try to make a meta book, meaning the book demonstrates the ideas contained within the book to prove they work. So for example, $100 Million Offers, my first book, came with a course for free and was only 99 cents. It was literally an offer so good, people felt stupid saying no. My next book, $100 Million Leads, was about advertising. And he used all 8 methods of advertising to advertise the book itself and ended up bringing over 500,000 people to register for the last book launch, which is like 10 Disneylands worth of people and was one of the biggest launches of all time. If you're wondering what a money model is, so a money model is a sequence of offers designed to cover the cost of getting customers, so getting customers is no longer a constraint to your growth. Money models get more customers to spend more money faster over and over again. And there are only 4 types. And I'll show you how to stack and combine each of them in my favorite and devastatingly effective ways. I'll be showing you this live at my book launch for money models, so expect fireworks. Now, I do have more goodies for those of you who choose to pre-order more than one copy.
As you can see, he introduced exactly what a money model was, and he explained exactly how it's made him so much money and how it's so important in his life. This is basically hyping up the book before he actually pitches you even further. So he hypes up the book right here, and then right now he's going to pitch you even further. And let's listen to that right now.
Of money models. If you do, you'll have the opportunity to pick up 2 more physical copies of never before released materials. So the first is something almost no one ever shares, which is their winners. So I'm going to give you my top 20 ads frameworks of all time. So my literal ads handbook that I give to my team. Because the problem with trying to study someone else's ads is you never really know what ads are working best for business unless you own the business. So spyware or ads libraries can never really tell you much beyond how long something is run. Inside my handbook, I'll give you an over-the-shoulder breakdown of the hooks, the different ads, the scripts, the visuals, how we actually film them, everything that you need in order to recreate these for your own business. And if you're wondering, what if these ads don't work for my industry? Well, I'll give you the best ads I've run across B2C, B2B, brick and mortar, and SaaS. If only one of these ideas from one of these ads work for you, it's a great deal. And I'll give you a little secret. Many of these ads frameworks, I've worked in multiple industries. And beyond that, to know that they work, if you're watching this right now, it means that one of these ads got you here. Now, on top of the ads handbook, the second upgrade you'll have access to is my single most requested internal document of all time. It's the ACQ Closer Handbook. I've had thousands of business owners visit my headquarters over the last 18 months to learn how we actually scale sales fast. The team, the mindset, the rules, the schedule, the onboarding, the training, the routines, the tech scripts, the call scripts, the overcomes. And after they hear about our ACQ Closer Handbook and everything that's inside of it, they can't stop asking for it. And so this is the same internal manual I give to every new hire who joins my team. So it's not a how-to, it's what we actually do. And I've never made this available to anyone until now, unless you worked at acquisition.com. And so if you're a one-man sales team or planning on scaling your own team, it's one of the most valuable things that I can give you. Now I'll give you my ACQ Ads Handbook and the ACQ Closer Handbook for free.
He's giving away these 2 internal documents, and when he was speaking about them, you'll notice that he always at the end, again, recapped exactly what was in it and what the ICP for both of these were, so that you feel like you're being spoken to and it feels even more valuable, even though you're getting the exact same thing, just because he used a few more pretty words. And you'll see again, at the end, he's again recapping exactly what he's going to give you. So you have literally no confusion here of what you're going to get. You know exactly what you're going to get. You're going to get the Closer Handbook, you're going to get the Ads Handbook, and you're also going to get all of the other 4 benefits that he listed before.
For free, if you help me on my mission of getting my books in more people's hands, which you can do by ordering 15 more copies of the Money Models book to give to other people. And don't worry, I'm not going to send you with a big pile of books to handle. I've made sharing your extra copies easy. So after you check out, which you can do by ticking the box in your cart, you'll get an email with a code that's good for a year that you can.
You'll see here again, he's making it as easy as possible for you. First of all, he tells you that he's going to give you 15 books. So if you buy 15 books, you get these 2, which is, in my opinion, a really good deal and is probably why I might also buy this. And secondly, he's taking that pain point out of your head where it's like, oh, I have to handle 15 books. He's taking that out of your head where that specific objection he knows you will have. So he really, really quickly addresses that. And you will also see, again, you'll see another visual of the checkout page, which is again going to do the same exact thing as the other visual for the CTA, making it easier for you to check out and make it easier for you to go to that checkout page because it's not something completely novel. You don't need to look around. And you'll also see that he literally just added a check mark. You don't need to manually add 15 books. He just made you add a check mark, which is going to mean that it's as easy as physically possible for you to do this. And the easier you can make it for your prospect to buy, the less friction you can have in your funnel, the more of your prospects will actually buy.
Share with your friends, your teammates, employees, email list, or in content or anywhere else you can imagine sharing. And if for some reason you don't know 15 people to share it with, we'll give out any unused copies of the book for free on your behalf after the year's over to any entrepreneur who wants a book who comes to my site. So in a very real way, you're paying it forward. Now to be clear, you'll get your copy of Money Models plus a physical copy of both handbooks shipped to you in the same box on launch day.
He's again recapping it even more. So he's making sure that he drills in your mind exactly what you're going to get.
People live all over the world, which makes it impossible to include shipping with each book purchase. I also did it this way because it was the #1 request from last time. People didn't want to have to ship all their extra copies to their friends themselves, so we'll handle all that for you. And all your friends' copies will come later in priority to your pre-orders, just because I want to make sure that every person who pre-orders gets theirs first. 2 more pieces of amazing news.
When he says that you are going to get the book first, he's quickly validating you and telling you that getting it right now and pre-ordering it is actually worth it, because now you have a little bit of jealousy in your mind where they're like, okay, I'm pre-ordering it. Why are these other people getting it first? And although for many people it will be very small, and obviously this won't have an effect, this does have a subconscious, very slight effect. And obviously Alex has managed to capitalize off of that here as well.
This year, we actually have a partnership with a firm. If you are tight on cash and need financing or to break it into payments, you can do that. And on top of that, we're actually eating all the interest. So there's no added cost to you. If you need to break it into payments, we got you. The second thing is that
he has again added an even easier entryway. He's literally told you that you can finance these books. So you can very, very easily just pay for them over time. And since he's taking away the interest, you're still paying the same amount, which is basically like a dream for most people. Literally, that makes financing it literally a no-brainer, which also makes upselling people really, really easy.
That if you have friends that are going to use the discount codes for the books, they have an entire year from the launch date to use them. So just make sure they use them within that year. Now, on a personal note, Money Models has been the biggest reason for my material success. It is the most how-to money manual I've ever made. It's my best book. That's why I'm trying to get into every entrepreneur's hands. I can't wait to see you at the event, and I want to make one thing clear. Whether you choose to pre-order a book or not, I'm still your biggest fan. You're an entrepreneur, so you'll always be my people. So to recap, if you want...
Right there, he's validating you and he's saying that even if you don't buy, I'm not just looking for your money, I still like you. Which is, again, although it may feel empty to you, a lot of people are touched by that and they feel that they are actually being heard. So adding a little bit of an emotional touch at the end of your VSL would definitely help your conversions.
On all 4 VIP bonuses, which is the automatic entry to a trip to...
Again, he recaps it even further. That's literally the end of the entire VSL, where he recaps all of this. And at the end, he'll also again tell you that there's a hidden thing that he's going to give you, where you're basically going to get something that's worth more than an NFT, but less than a Bitcoin, which is a huge range, by the way. NFTs can be worth as little as like a few $100. So it's a very, very huge range. You'll see a little bit of urgency with this countdown right here. And then finally, live virtual event, you're going to keep on seeing the date. Like he's going to put this literally everywhere. August 16, 2025, 9 a.m. But at the top, it's always going to be there. And across the page, you're going to still see that upgrading to VIP, which is literally just $30. You get to win a day in Vegas with Alex. And it'll go ahead and go over all of these priority copies and all these bonuses that you get just by purchasing the book. So let's say right now we have literally the worst situation, where I'm like, okay, no thanks, I don't want to pre-order or get VIP. I just want to show up to the event. Then you're going to see registration details are in this video. Very simple confirmation video, and it seems like that. Except it's just not. He has Apple Calendar, Google Calendar, and Outlook Calendar literally right here on the page, which so many people don't do, and it's just a no-brainer. Do this on your page. if you can add a calendar on your page, let's say you're not using Calendly and it doesn't go onto their Google Calendar, if you can add this calendar link to your actual website, absolutely amazing. And it's going to make sure that people show up to whatever webinar or anything that you actually have. Then at the bottom, you're going to see win prizes by referring friends. You're going to see another way that he is going to get you to pay for this book. And this time, it's not going to be you paying money. Instead, he's going to be paying you money for advertising this book. This affiliate program just sounds too good to be true. He goes over that he's going to give you so many benefits, and all of these benefits are literally just sitting at the bottom of the page. Top 10 affiliates get one-on-one fireside chat with Alex Hormozi at Las Vegas HQ. Ask your most burning questions, podcast style, for free. Free private dinner with Alex and Layla Hormozi with you and the other top 9 affiliates, as well as plus get all the prizes below. Top 50 get be one of 50 people to get guaranteed VIP spots to come to our HQ for an all-day free workshop with Alex Hormozi, plus the prizes below. And then plus anyone who invites 10 plus people also gets automatic entry for a chance to win one of 50 extra workshop spots, 100 attendees total, high quality recording of the entire day, and also a free unreleased audiobook of 71-minute big business tactics with Alex Hormozi. And anyone literally who simply registers. And the reason he's done this registering one is because if he can give you an absolute metric ton of value on the registration, you will automatically register, and then you will very, very easily just be able to grab a link and just send it to your friends. You're like, I've already registered, so I might as well just send it to my friends, send it to whoever be interested. And so that is going to result in him advertising way further. And you might even advertise to your own audience, especially since you're like, okay, I've already built it, might as well just put the link in my bio or whatever. And anyone who simply registers as an affiliate, the behind the scenes, the play-by-play of the launch, ads, and emails, access to the affiliate black book, plug and play emails that warm leads plus drive conversions, social posts with built-in urgency plus proof, text and DM scripts that get I'm in replies and signups, YouTube outlines preloaded with hooks and CTAs, and a bonus, a prize-driven CTAs baked into every single asset. You win while they do. Finally, join the affiliate program. You're going to join the affiliate program, obviously. If you don't, you're still going to be added into the event. And before we get done with this funnel, there's even more sauce that I have to show you. Like quickly, really quickly. Again, I'm going to just show you the checkout page. So you probably saw this in the video, but this is basically what the checkout page looks like. And there's literally just a check mark for you to literally fill out. And once you fill it out, you will automatically get the 450 charged to your card and also add those 15 handbooks, which makes it as easy as physically possible for you to get those extra handbooks. But if you pay for being a VIP, there's actually a separate VIP page as well. Now, obviously, I didn't pay for being a VIP, so I was not able to add the separate VIP page to this funnel, but that is also there. So just food for thought, but I would think that it would basically look like this, except it would maybe be an upsell. Maybe it would have some private stuff on there, like some kind of value, some kind of lead magnet. Just something really simple. It's not super complicated to have a VIP page. It's really not that different from the main page. And then at this point, this is not a part of the funnel, but if somebody has already gone through this, they might even be interested in checking out the workshops, which are just going to be linked at the top of the page. That was Alex Hormozi's $100 million per month sales funnel, broken down into the nitty gritty. So I hope you got a ton of value from that video. And if you guys don't know, I do sales funnel optimization for coaches and consultants. So if you're a coach, consultant, or agency owner with an established following, at least 1,000 or 500 followers plus, go ahead and go to my channel page. And the first link you'll see is a link to book in a free funnel analysis call with me, where I'm literally going to go over your funnel, fully audit it, give you a ton of free sauce and give you a ton of free value for literally no cost to you except maybe 30 minutes of your time. So it's a no-brainer. And if you don't want to do any of that and you just want to watch another one of my videos, go ahead and check this one out right here because YouTube thinks that you'll like it. And if you want to watch the whole funnel breakdowns playlist, then go ahead and check it out right here. And if you want to leave a like and subscribe, which I would appreciate, go ahead and check it out right here and click this button. Hoping to see you in this next video. Goodbye.